bringing the people behind our food to life.
So when you're first trying to start a garden and you're brand new, it's great to look at a few books. One of the books we really like for small spaces that just came out this past year is Sugar Snaps and Strawberries. It's got a lot of really great ideas of things you can do when you have limited space. If you happen to be in the lovely Pacific Northwest, there's a fantastic garden guide that goes month by month with what you should plant. We also have a planting calendar. If you're in a different part of this country or the world, just check your local garden center or gardening resources for a planting calendar that suits where you are. And then this book doesn't have the sassiest cover. Not as cute, but Frank Tozer is a wonderful garden author, and he also has an organic vegetable garden book and the New Food Garden with fabulous ideas about gardening. And the thing we really love about the Vegetable Grower's Handbook is it goes by each plant. So it talks to you about basil, for example, and gives you a great variety of information about basil itself, planning when you're going to plant it, caring for it, harvesting it, storing it. Talks about different climates you might be in, so it's not specific to one area or another of the country. And then this was put out by Seattle Tilth as kind of a follow-up to the planting calendar one, but it's Your Farm in the City. So that's another nice book if you want to make your garden into more of a farm and incorporate livestock. It's got information both on just more advanced vegetable gardening as well as chickens and ducks and goats. So in addition to having some good books to check out, it's great to take some time and look at seed catalogs and just take time also to think in your head, okay, what are all the things you would grow if you had all the space and all the time to grow them and take care of them and the budget for it, and then kind of dial it back and think what your most favorite plants are, or the most favorite things to eat, or what's going to be the most beautiful to you, and then specifically plant those things and decide, are you going to get them from seed? For example, carrots and radishes, it's great to grow them from seed. But a tomato, you might decide, oh, I've only got room for 2 or 4 tomatoes, so you're going to buy those as starts, so you can get a paste tomato and a cherry tomato and some slicer tomatoes. And just kind of take your time and focus on the things that you love eating the most and have fun. And know if you're not sure about something, it's an experiment. It's great. It's usually a lot more affordable than a dinner out for you to get a number of seed packets or starts and kind of say like, I'm not sure if it's too early or too late, but I'm going to try planting these things. And to know that most home garden yards have different microclimates where they might be warmer or colder, shadier, sunnier. And so you'll learn in the summer and the winter whether those plants are going to do well or not. And so then the next year you'll learn from that and be like, next year I could totally put this in that spot. And each year you're going to learn something new. Yeah. And to remember for weeding, sharp tools are your best friend. This is a bear claw. I like to weed with my hands a lot. It's not terribly efficient. And so this is like a well-weighted hammer. And it's really great for just giving a hard whack to weeds and pulling out big perennial roots. And then also cultivating your soil. So you can use a stand-up cultivator like this, or if you've got a smaller garden bed, for example, then sometimes this is really nice to just get in there and loosen up the soil. And one of the most popular tools, in addition to that, is the Hori Hori, which is a garden knife. Also comes in stainless steel. And some of them have measurements on the back as well. And people use it for digging, for harvesting, for weeding, cultivating in all different ways. And most people hang it from a belt when they're gardening. And then a final thing that's really great to do so that you can remember what happens each year is to have a gardening journal so that you can write your experiences of what worked and what didn't work that you think and what you want to try the next year. And perhaps you might prefer a fancy tiger. But get some kind of fun garden journal or notebook that you can write in and keep track of the things that you've experienced each year.
You guys hungry? That's for Baxter.